Everyone, it's Emily Fox. Today's video is going to be my March book haul. So I have an unboxing from BOOKOUTLET to do. If you don't know, I am a BOOKOUTLET book vlogger friend, so I will link down below my page if you want to see all the books I have purchased from them, and also a few other books to talk about. So let's go through them. Let's start with the unboxing because that's always fun. So BOOKOUTLET was having a sale, which means I had to get some books. I believe it was buy 3, get 1 free. So, I mean, the books are already really affordable. So I got a bunch of books. I got some that I was really looking forward to, and a few things that are a bit more out of my comfort zone. So, let's start with something. Wait, let me just remember which one is which. Okay. I have been wanting to read some Octavia E. Butler, and I have Parable of the Sower by her on my bookshelf, and I saw that they had 2 of those combined editions, which are my favorite thing ever. Like, give me a big floppy book that contains like 10 books in there and I'm super happy. Not 10. This one has 3, this one has 4. So let's go. First one is this one. That's the one I know the most about. This is Lilith Broad. I think that's how you pronounce it. She tends to write sci-fi, kind of fantasy-ish type of books. And I believe this one is kind of first contact with aliens. You're following a main character and she wakes up after like the planet, everything went to crap. Most people died and there's like a big war. And aliens arrive just in time to scoop up some people, put them to sleep for a few centuries, and then I think they kind of let them start over. Obviously, I haven't read the book yet, but I saw that this was a 3-in-1 type of book, so I really want to read this. The reviews that I've seen are super positive on all of her books, really. So let me know if that's one of the ones I should start with. I don't know where to start really with her books, but that's my first one, which is like literally 3 books. And then the second one, I tried to read a summary and I don't get it. I have no idea what it is about, but again, the reviews are positive and I've been wanting to read more of her books, and this is 4-in-1, so I had to. This is Seed to Harvest, and I believe this one has more fantasy elements. It's more of a magical powers, and there's a woman who's like a demigod. So I don't know what it is about really, even after reading the summary, but that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. I will go into it probably pretty blind, and if I do enjoy it, I will have all 4 books in one book. They're not that big because in total it's like 760 something pages, so not too bad. If I do enjoy it though, I will be able to binge read the whole thing. I'm sure you enjoy those editions too. Like, I have a couple on my shelves and they always make me so happy because they're like so thick and satisfying. So, I have read a few Bill Bryson's book at this point. I have read, is it a short story? Yeah, a short history of nearly everything, which is like super famous as a like basic introduction to like science and physics type of book. And I enjoyed it, but I much preferred and fell completely in love with him while I was reading The Body in January. It just came out, was it last year? And it's really great if you're interested in anything that is science, biology. It was good. I really loved it. I did go through it as an audiobook and I would recommend it that way if you are interested, but I also am looking forward to getting like a physical edition because I need to go back in there and like put post-its because so many interesting things I've learned in there. But it made me just want to read more about this author. So when I saw this one, which was actually recommended by one of you in my comment section in the video, so now we'll definitely be reading it. And this is the mother tongue. It's a tongue twister for me. English and how it got that way. So apparently this is just, as it says, a lot about English, which I'm interested. I might go through it as an audiobook. I like going back and forth lately. Probably because I haven't had a lot of time, but I'm able to just continue the same book instead of putting it down for like a month. So I will be getting through that one because one of my goals this year is to read more nonfiction, and this should be interesting. It's not too big, it's not too intimidating, it's like less than 300 pages. So I'm interested to learn more about English. I hadn't realized that he had written so many books, to be honest. Like, I only knew about the short history one, and because I looked for more options. I realize he has a bunch, so I will definitely be looking for more books by him after that one. So an author I discovered recently is the author from this book, The Three-Body Problem. That's the first book. The series is called The Remembrance of Earth. Is it Past? Something like that. But it's a fantastic first contact with alien type of sci-fi, which my jam. So I saw that Book Outlet had two of his other books, so I had to grab them. The first one is The Redemption of Time, which you have to read a trilogy, I believe, and this one is like a novella that happens afterwards. So I'm very, very excited because usually I feel like sci-fi, first contact with aliens, the books tend to end with the contact with aliens. And I feel like this one, things start that way. Obviously spoiler free, I'm not going to go further into details. It's not a spoiler if I say that. So I'm curious to see how things will advance. Although I did finish the first book, I'm currently into book 2, a third into it, and I'm a little disappointed. I was super excited to get these ones because I had just finished that one. That one was a 5 stars for me. And right now, spoiler alert, you're going to see it in my review at the end of the month. I mean, I will have gone through hopefully the whole thing at that time. But I'm struggling with book 2. I hope some of you can tell me that it's going to get better. But right now, there's like a lot of description of a female character, and I'm finding it incredibly sexist. And she keeps being described as like childish and innocent. And I understand that that might be some like cultural differences into what we find attractive into, you know, the ideal woman, but it's fucking creepy. Anyway, so I'm pushing through and trying to focus on the science and the aliens, but I still got this book. I'm crossing my finger. I will enjoy the rest of book 2 and then book 3, and then I will be able to continue into that one. I just really enjoy how science heavy his books are, which this one I believe is not related to this series, which put it down there. Oh, you can't even see Emily. So much better. I don't know anything about this one except that it's also very science heavy, which is all I care about. I thought this one was kind of short online, but then this book is big. Maybe I didn't look at the right book because I had seen it was like 40 pages or something on Goodreads, but this one is definitely over 300 pages. Anyway, I will be reading that one too, and hopefully I enjoy it. So far, there aren't a lot of reviews and they were kind of so-so, but again, I was in that really excited mood and I saw that he had more books, so I had to pick them up ASAP because when you find an author you enjoy, you have to just read more, right? Although sometimes it bite you in the butt, but I'm trying to do it. I have a little bit more nonfiction. This one I thought was fun because March we had earlier the International Women's Day. And I thought that was a really cute way to kind of celebrate, even though I will probably not have time to read it this month. It doesn't matter, I bought it. This is What Would Cleopatra Do? And it's life lessons from 50 of history's most extraordinary women, which I thought was really cute. I might read this in like some type of readathon, but it just sounds like a really fun idea to like celebrate fantastic women. And it's just a little bit about all of them. So you have the pictures and everything. That's cool. Some of the women you get is obviously Cleopatra. I know you had Queen Victoria, Catherine the Great, etc., etc. So I'm curious to read more about them. And it's like a fairly short book. It has about 300 pages, so it's not that small, but I'm hoping that the life lessons will be interesting. Let me know if you have read any of these books, because I feel like I've been seeing a bunch of kind of feminist books like that, and I enjoy the fact that it's like bite-sized stuff, which you're gonna see I'm definitely on a kick for that. I just wanted to try and read one because there are so many, so hopefully I picked up a good one. I'll let you know. So speaking of bite size, I got, was it last month? Another one of those, same edition but different topic, and this one is 30-Second Physics. And I enjoy physics, and I wanted to read more like basic books about them so I could just do like a best and worst. Basically, I just did that for post-apocalyptic books, so why not do it with a science book? And that's essentially what it is. It's like little bite-sized information on a bunch of topics like thermodynamics and I just wanted to either get a refresher or just learn more stuff, hopefully, and I'll be able to let you know once again if I think this is a great way to learn more. I think it seems to be very accessible, so I got that. And then last but not least, on Book Outlet, I picked up this one, which is a little bit in the same vein. I like those like non-fictions about science, and this one is called Out There, a scientific guide to alien life, antimatter, and human space travel for the cosmically curious. That's a very long title, but you get little answers on questions like what would alien look like if we met them? Would they be, you know, green little people, or would they be microbes? And it just seems to be, again, very accessible information. So I will be reading that and hopefully do that video. My struggle when I do those videos is always that I want to read one more book, and then it's like 3 years later and I'm like, oh, I still haven't done that video. But I mean, it took me a while to start doing them, but I'm currently starting to do them. In my defense, I did want to have read a good amount of books, and at this point I've read 300, 400 books on BookTube. So I finally feel comfortable to start doing them. So that one. So this month, or I should say last month, I did not go to a library sale, and I will not be able to go to any of them for I don't know how long, because they are now not happening for I don't know how long, which that's just how it is currently in the world. I don't know if you are interested in me just ignoring the whole thing because you want to escape all of it while watching these videos, or if you prefer me acknowledging it. You can vote in the comments section. I will not start making video on the topic of COVID-19. I understand that we're all probably very stressed about the whole thing. It's starting to become a little overwhelming, and I don't blame anyone. I might actually do some vlogs of me just reading for 24 hours and trying to stay away from my phone because it's becoming ridiculous. So yeah, just wanted to say I did not go to a library sale, but I have a friend that was getting rid of some books, and obviously they will think about me. So a bunch of them are actually anthologies, or like multiple books in one, which again, I'm definitely into. The first one, or two I should say, are these two books, which are the complete edition of Sherlock Holmes, which I feel like everyone is super obsessed with it. I've never been like a huge fan of it. I did enjoy the, was it British show? That had 3 seasons. The last one was so bad though. But and it started really strongly, and I never got as much into it as whenever I was watching this. But I thought, you know what? That could be actually something fun. So I will have the 2 volumes of all of the books. I have heard a bunch of people say that it's good, but again, I have never read them and never thought I would, but sometimes I really do enjoy getting out of my comfort zone. So I will be adding that to my thriller mystery section. If you have read them, let me know, because sometimes I feel like some classics don't hold up that well with time, but apparently these ones do. I also got some short stories from Philip K. Dick, which I do have a couple of his books. I have read one, I think, so far, but I have a bunch now in these really, really pretty editions. I have the Eye of the Sibyl and Other Classic Stories, which that's that one. And then I have the Philip K. Dick Reader. And it just says a couple of the stories that are in there. Total Recall, Screamers, Minority Report, Paycheck, and Next. So I will hopefully go through these. I enjoy sci-fi, obviously, so I am curious. I feel like sometimes it can get overwhelming, so shorter stories might be a good way. If you have any short stories by him that you really enjoyed that might be in these ones, let me know and I will make sure to read them ASAP. She also had this book, which is Metamorph... I'm suffering from French mouth right now. Kafka, let's just go there. I feel like this is a very, very famous story. I have no idea. No, that's not true. I do have an idea, but I don't want to say it. But, oh, wow, how did I not see this? There's like some type of comic in the back. That says a lot about me. So, and there's like a little bit here. I will not read them. I will keep them as a surprise for whenever. Oh my god, there's some there too. Anyway, let me know if it is worth the read or not. It's a classic. I feel like a lot of people know about it, but I feel like to me it's just something I know the name of but know nothing about it. So it will be added to my classic shelf. Last but not least, I was kind of confused because I believe those 2 books are part of the like mystery thriller detective thing But I don't think they're the first books in this series. I know some people don't care and they will read any of them, but I decided to just grab them anyway because the covers attracted me and the ratings were really high on Goodreads. But again, I'm pretty sure they're not the first and second book in this series. So let me know if I will be completely confused or if I can still read them, and if I really enjoy them, I could go back to the first book. I have Wisp of a Thing by Alex Bledsoe, and then The Hum and the Shiver by the same author. So I realized later on when I was looking at Goodreads that I'm pretty sure they're not the first books. So let me know. Not my biggest haul, but I feel like it was still a pretty decent size with the books from my friend. Do you also do that? I feel like whenever I do an unhaul, which I usually do them in June, so I have one that should be coming up, I tend to let people try to, you know, take whatever they want. And it's always a little bit random and like a bit weird to get rid of some books because when I get rid of them, usually I didn't like them or I was kind of just mad about them. So it's like, it doesn't represent what I actually like, so it's always weird. But yeah, she was trying to make some space on her shelves apparently. So that's gonna be it for today's video. I really hope you guys are doing well. Let me know in the comment section actually what kind of videos you would like me to do more in the upcoming weeks, because I may have more time or not, we'll see, to try and do some videos if we can just keep ourselves busy. And thumbs up, subscribe. Don't forget to also let me in the comment section if you have read any of these books and how you felt about them, and if there's any book that you picked up during the month and you want to share it. I will be putting more books on the screen that I recommend, not more books, more videos that I recommend you check out, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye.